Back to Addison. In comes Alexis Lafrenière. Holds and feeds it across. Hayton shoots. Whistled that wide. Lafrenière. Lafrenière spins back. Back to Addison. Lafrenière walks in, shoots. That's ticked high as Marcel Belugo's got a stick on that. Lafrenière again. To the goal mouth he goes. Cousins trying to pull it across, knocked away from him, and Addison can't hold the line. Lafrenière works into the corner, drops it back in the slot. Lavoie comes in, flipped that wide, and Lavoie bumped into Lavai. Addison a long shot, chipped in front, loose puck goes right through the legs of Lavai and wide. Quickly away, and Addison raced back to knock that away. Lafrenière back the other way for Canada. Alexis Lafrenière pulls it around Miller, sends it back in front. Polano's shot was blocked.
Probably no player in the tournament talked about more than Alexis Lafrenière. He comes through and just walks Keandre Miller.
Addison. Kalen Addison to Lafrenière in shoots. He rocketed that wide. Hayton back in the corner with it. Drops it down to Cousins. Dylan Cousins swings it back, and the shot taken by Lafrenière was blocked. Now Cousins back to Lafrenière. Pivots back along the boards. Lafrenière sends it back in front. Valeno drops it back to Hayton with a shot. He whistled that wide. One shot there first. Lafrenière flips it back for Hayton. In fires. And Lavai makes the stop. What a pass by Lafrenière. Addison to Lafrenière. Walks in and shoots. Scores! Alexis Lafrenière.
Alexis Lafrenière is going to fire a perfect shot past the blocker hand of Samuel Lavai.
Lafrenière holds, finds Valeno. Back for Lafrenière, walks in. Backhands it back across, Hayton shoots, scores!
This is a dangle and a dish, and Hayton makes no mistake.
Last year, 17-year-old Alexis Lafrenière was kind of an afterthought for Canada. Played about 10.5 minutes a game, had 1 goal in 5 games. He comes back this year, even despite missing 2 games, has been one of Canada's most productive players.
One of the differences Lafrenière mentioned before the tournament is now he wants the puck. He calls for it. He wants to make a difference, and he's certainly capable of it. Comes into the tournament, in most cases thought of as the #1 pick in the draft this coming June. I think he's done everything to cement that position through this tournament. He's got 6 points in 2 games and 1 period. But what's impressed me is I didn't know he had as much physical edge to his game, how hard he hunts the puck down, how much he'll use his body to separate the opposition from the puck. He's a tremendous passer. Team Canada would like him to shoot the puck a little more. I don't think that's really a problem. While he does have a great shot, he makes everybody else on the ice a threat.
Icing waved off, Samuels over back, and Lafrenière stepped into him. When you talk about teenagers, a year can be like a lifetime, and that's the case for Alexis Lafrenière last year to this.
Well, not even close to the same player. You know, I remember back when Nate McKinnon was in this tournament, he was wearing a full cage. He looked like he was years away from the NHL. Turned out not to be the case because quickly they start to develop. What a terrific passer Lafrenière is. He made 3 or 4 unbelievable plays. His misdirection is outstanding. That's part vision, but it's also the confidence to make the play away from where everyone thinks it's going to go. He looks one way, he finds another.
Now Lafrenière sends it back in front, and a quick shot, score!
Now he's going to show his patience and his read of the game. He waits for the forecheck to develop, and then he finds the pass lane through the Slovak defender's feet, and then he made a crisp pass quickly to Barrett Hayton.
Cousins on the forecheck, sealed the boards, and now it's knocked down by Lafrenière. Back in for Cousins, a centering pass for Hayton, that bounced away. And Marek Minarek has it back. Minarek pokes it ahead, Dugan in, and he lost the puck as Lafrenière came back. Lafrenière, along with Cousins and Hayton. Drop pass for Barrett Hayton. Sends it back in front. Lafrenière just missed on the tip.
Impact at both ends of the ice. Watch him get on his horse here, and this puck breaks through. And then he's going to go to the net at the other end. In the games he's played, Lafreniere's been involved in 5 of the 7 Canadian goals. He's got a goal and an assist. And despite missing over 2 games, he's had 8 pass completions from somewhere in the offensive zone to somebody in the slot. That's the most on the team.
Throws that back to Addison. Long wrist shot, tipped in front by Cousins. Now Lafrenière with it. Back to Valeno. Cross he goes. Hayton a shot. He ripped it high and wide. Plays that back in the corner. Lafrenière picks it up. Centers a quick shot there by Valeno.
Outstanding work by Lafrenière. He times his stick lift nicely so he doesn't get a hooking penalty. And
now knocked down by Lafrenière. Loose in front, he scores! What up the draw, Lafrenière! What a lightning strike for Alexis Lafrenière.
Starts on the left wing and he's going to pop across into the middle of the ice. Lafrenière is able to use his eye hand to knock this down, and he squeaks it just around Spencer Knight.
Calen Addison drops it back to Lafrenière. In, shoots, Knight makes a save, rebound. They can't clear it out. Here's Addison to Addison. Calen Addison back to Lafrenière, shoots and tip wide. Lafrenière with it now. Valeno standing in front. Lafrenière. 3.5 to go in the period. A centering pass. Cousins, the backhand shot was blocked. Emerson couldn't clear it out. Cousins has it back for Lafrenière. Drops it back. Valeno, a hard shot that goes wide.
He's really good at looking in one direction and moving the puck somewhere else. There he wants to go across the front of the net, but he's looking at the point. See if you can get somebody to move their stick just a couple of feet. See if you can open up your own passing lane. That's great vision and terrific skill to pull it off.
Alexis Lafrenière to Barrett. Hayton shoots, scores! Hayton ties the game!
Lafrenière, who walks all the way to the middle, pulls Spencer Knight with him. The pass is crisp. The puck just bobbled on him.
Bernard Docker fell, able to knock that away. Hayton up to the finish line. In comes Nolan Foote, slides it across. Lafrenière backhand shot, scores! Alexis Lafrenière!
And Lafrenière shovels the backhander up top.
A highly decorated Canadian player. The reigning CHL Player of the Year was a 17-year-old. He was the first 16-year-old in the Quebec League who scored 40 goals since Sidney Crosby. Also playing for Rimouski, just to add the comparison.
Alexis Lafrenière has shown a little bit more physicality to his game, certainly than last year. A stronger player, physically a more mature player. He gets a solid hit in here. Another dimension in the growing game of Alexis Lafrenière. Just prior to Nolan Foote's hit, Lafrenière gets in on the body here, quickly on the forecheck, and a real solid hit.
And Harris lined up by Lafrenière, who slams him into the end board.
Canada was struggling against the United States. It was Lafrenière that started out a slew of Canadian hits, 4 or 5 of them in a row. He was at the forefront of it. He wasn't making that play last year. What a fantastic play. He's got the vision, he's got the creativity, and now once he gets around the defender, he's already looking for where the next pass would be.
Backhands up towards the goal, knocked down in front. Lafrenière with a chance, up deflected wide. Now Foote pulls it free. Nolan Foote plays it for Lafrenière. Alexis Lafrenière got tossed down there. A penalty coming to Anthony Honka.
Lafrenière protects the puck. Now Honka's going to get on the backside of him here, and he just wraps up his left arm.
Addison feeds it across to Lafrenière. To the goal mouth they go. Cousins feeds it back in front. By Addison. Keeps it alive for Lafrenière. Alexis Lafrenière drops it back to Addison. Addison to Lafrenière. In, shoots. He whistled that wide.
He scored 2 goals in this tournament on the power play from that spot.
Feeds across. Lafrenière fires, scores! Alexis Lafrenière.
Here he comes wide open, short side, bingo. 5-0 Canada. Lafrenière.
He goes to Valeno. Down to Lafrenière. Lafrenière. Back to Valeno. A hard shot. Nick the hop. In comes Byram with it. In the corner he goes for Lafrenière. Lafrenière to the goal mouth. Forward Byram a chance. Shoots. Nick the hop. Save. Rebound. Chance for Lafrenière. The puck is still loose.
Short shot. Chip shot by Lafrenière, and all kinds of chaos around the front of the net.
Marchenko had to take away Bernard Docker in front of the cuts the back. Hand shot. Got by Nikrov. Rebound. Lafrenière turned away. Drops it back to Addison. Addison in for Lafrenière. Across the Hayton. Shoots. That goes high. Feeds it down to Lafrenière. Alexis Lafrenière. Winds it and shoots. Hit the hop save. Rebound. Loses, but they score. Dylan Cousins ties the game. Up he goes for Lafrenière. Drops it back to Hayton. Hayton taps it back down to Lafrenière. The puck at his skates. He wheels it back for Ty Smith. Smith down to Lafrenière. A shot that deflects wide on the other side. McIsaac played it back. That's picked off. And picked in by Polyenkov. He turns it over. Lafrenière to McIsaac. In, shoots. That's partly blocked by Polyenkov. At the line is Ty Smith to Lafrenière. Lafrenière plays it down. McIsaac a centering pass. Missed Hayton. And now Ty Smith pokes it ahead. Good pressure by Canada here. Plays it down to Lafrenière. He's tied up there by Jordan Harris. And this puck is about 160 feet from where Team USA wants it. Lafrenière keeps it in deep. Wallstrom works across the top, lost the puck to Lafrenière. Canada changing as Lafrenière works in, and Wallstrom had to defend on him. Puck Colson's got it back for the Russians. He turns it over to Lafrenière. In comes Lafrenière for Alexandrov. Alexandrov lost the puck, picked up by Lafrenière. He's got McIsaac in front with him. Lafrenière feeds it back across, foot skated by the puck. Polino in, fires. He missed wide, bouncing puck in front. It's held at the line by Smith. Ty Smith now feeds it across for McIsaac. He centers it, that goes just wide.
Miftakov turns it aside as he makes a really nice stop there on a driving Lafrenière.
In the middle of the ice, poke hit by Polini. And coming back with Lafrenière to knock that away. We saw Lafrenière make a great defensive play in the first period of the back check. Here's Cousins with it, along with Bernard Docker. The drop for Lafrenière. Pulls it back to the slot from a sharp angle. Delandria can't catch. And now picked up by Lafrenière. In with Hayton, 2-on-0. Lafrenière feeds it back across. He just missed.
He was out of room there and thought he could slide it back to Hayton.
And Jared McIsaac got in the way. That took a bite out of him. Lafrenière back with it. Lafrenière spun down to the corner, and a penalty coming to the Slovaks. Took a whack on the hands there. Hayton centers it. Picked up by Lafrenière. Spins and shoots. It bounces down in front. Option here. Lafrenière winds that down to Cousins. Dylan Cousins plays that back to Addison. Addison to Lafrenière. Walks it and shoots. Miftakov fights that off. Swings it down to Lafrenière. Down to Polino. Polino pivots back on K'Andre Miller. A centering pass, and Lafrenière turned away from Spencer Knight. In for Lafrenière. Lafrenière, a pass across, just missed drive.
Canada's team looks a lot different with Alexis Lafrenière in, a game breaker in, makes the players around him more dangerous. He can create all by himself. We've seen that.
And across he goes for Lafrenière. Inside a minute to go on the Canadian power play. Addison across to Lafrenière. Feeds across the Hayton. Back in front. Miftakov to save. Calen Addison for Lafrenière. Alexis Lafrenière back to Calen Addison. Across the Hayton. Walks it and shoots. Scores! Barrett Hayton has tied the game!
Off the defensive zone faceoff, Alexis Lafrenière is going to create this play. You always want, as a centerman, help from your wingers. This puck is tied, and Lafrenière co-drags it out of the mess, and he's got a 3-on-2. He's going to flip this across and then get back to the front of the net.
4 foot across for Lafrenière. Loose it for the backhand shot. Miftakov makes a great stop. And Lafrenière is down in the corner. Alexis Lafrenière is injured.
He gets spun around and, oh, it's right there. His left leg jams into the ice. Oh, that's just terrible to see.
After getting hurt against the Russians, Lafrenière missed the next 2 games as doctors on both sides of the Atlantic examined the MRI of his knee. Look, a lot riding on that knee in the next few months coming to the June draft, but his return has been huge for Canada.
Well, he's their best player, their most dynamic offensive player. He and Barrett Hayton have really carried the team at times offensively.
U.S. net is empty. Lafrenière battles along the wall for it, kept alive by Drury. Ball steamrolled his man. Puck still loose. Knocked down Robertson. And now Wallstrom pulls it free. Caulfield back to Jones. Jones had it blocked, picked up now by Lafrenière. Slides it ahead. It's an empty net. And Delandria scores! Another great play by Lafrenière.